We're breaking down some U.S. housing market comments from a Shark Tank real estate group founder with Portland real estate expert, Rick Sadle. Rick, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
So I know you know Barbara Corcoran. She was recently asked on Fox Business if she thought sellers were ready to drop their prices as we move into the spring season.
No, I don't think prices will shake out at all. I think they'll hold out, hoping interest rates will go down again. And what is it to them? It's another 6 months. And a lot of the sellers have very low interest rates they don't want to give up.
There you go. Your thoughts on housing prices as a whole this year, Rick, and if homeowners with mortgage rates in the 3s or even 2s are finally ready to give up theirs for a new house.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Barbara's a smart lady, and I know that because she sends business to me here in Portland. But first off, housing prices, they're going to go up this year. My guess is, 3 to 4% here locally. And while I do agree that it would take a big drop in mortgage rates to constitute good news, right, and have what I call opportunists get on the market and sell their houses, the truth is, as I always say, people sell their house due to life circumstances, right? That's evidenced by the fact that for the last couple of years, we've had some of the highest rates in a while, and somewhere near 2 million people each year sold their homes. Now, a lot of those people had 2 to 3% mortgage rates and sold them anyways. Some people are holding off for sure, but each year they don't sell. We get a bigger and bigger backlog of people that want to sell but haven't yet. And at some point, life circumstances will dictate that it's time to move. As a matter of fact, here in January, we had almost a 15% increase in listings than we did the same time last year. So it's already happening. I suspect we'll see more of it this year.
Can you talk about what Barbara said when it comes to selling the sellers' prices, right, of their homes? Sometimes they're too high because of emotion. They're in love with their house and they think it's worth more than it is.
Yeah, some we see all the time. And I totally understand, right? I love my house a lot. Obviously, I would want to sell it for as much as possible. But in this information age where buyers can see much of the same information that we agents do, and they know the house down the street sold for way less than you're asking, you're not fooling anybody by pricing your house too high. In fact, you can overprice a house and it sits on the market longer and gets what I call stale listing syndrome. You end up getting less than if you priced it right in the first place, right? List price and market value are sometimes totally different things.
Okay, so with mortgage rates likely kind of staying where they are, depending on the Fed, of course, for the rest of the year, will more reality sink in for those who have been holding out?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, for better or worse, we never should have seen rates in the 2s and 3s. In fact, historically, 6 to 7, where we are now, is still pretty low. People just got used to those super low rates, and now they're starting to get used to the new norm. And 6 to 7% is the new norm, and people are going to get on the market and buy and sell houses.
All right. Well, next week, Rick, we're going to break down a housing sector Barbara talked about that is pretty high on her list. It's a luxury market. So we'll do that next week. Rick, thanks so much for your time.
Yeah, thanks.
That is Rick Sadle, real estate expert with Keller Williams Realty and SadleRealestate.com.